Welcome to the Essence of True Self podcast, where we affirm I am the son of my creation. Here I focus on mindfulness, limiting belief, self-care, spirituality, and overall becoming your true self. I'm your host, Oriana, a book, tea, and self-development lover. I give you tips and tricks of what I learned on my self-development journey so you can apply to yours. If you're interested, keep listening. Hey, Sunnies. Welcome back to the Essence of True Self podcast, and I'm your host, Oriana. I hope your week, your day, your evening is going pretty well, and I'm thankful and grateful you decided to come back and listen. And of course, before we get into this episode, we're going to do some breathing, and then we're also going to do the affirmation. So let's get into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now we're going to get into the affirmations. I am the son of my creation. I am the son of my creation. I am the son of my creation. I really hope that helps you and become more present into this episode and get your mind off crazy stuff and helps you bring you back into the present moment. And every time I do it, always help me to stay present into this episode with you guys. Of course, we're going to do the life update and then we're going to get into this episode. Of course, you know this episode, faith versus expectations. Let me tell you what I've been going through. I'm calling myself out in these last couple of episodes because, babe, I just want to be honest and real with you guys. I want to be very authentic with you guys. And, yeah, for the last couple of episodes, like, I've been expecting things to work out a certain way. Having huge expectation and not focusing on my faith and trusting myself. And I feel like that's where I got messed up at. Because I've been expecting certain things of my life. But it's really not in divine timing and divine trust and having faith overall into the universe. Just haven't been very keen on my faith lately. And it's mostly been expectations. Like, I guess I got crossed up into what that means to me. And I just really just didn't take that time to sit with myself and take this break that I needed. Because, baby, I needed a break. And, yeah, if you heard in my last episode, you'll know why I took that break. But this was part of my break as well. And understanding, tapping back into my faith and not having so much expectations of certain things, how certain things should go. Like, me just trying to already think ahead, it kind of deter me from my faith and trying to get everything going and going and going, and I'm not sitting down with myself and talking with the universe and talking with my God, or, you know, if you believe in God, talking with God, talking to source, and sitting with myself and understanding that faith is all really I need, not expectations. And a lot of people have like mixed feelings on like we should have expectation. Me personally, I don't think we should have expectations, because when you have expectations, it sets up for suffering and pain. Like, let's say you with this guy. All my girls know you with this guy, and you like, oh my God, he's so sweet, and then we start painting this picture of how this man could be in our lives. And he didn't even make the commitment. We just made this all happen out of this beautiful mind of ours. And we just decided, oh, this person can fit in here. He gonna end up doing this and this and this. And then we find out he doesn't do that. And that's when we get heartbroken and sad and expect this person and frustrated. I forgot to add that sad frustrated, angry, because this person is not what we thought they were in the figure of our imagination. And that's pretty much what I was doing. You know, when you try to manifest things, you know you have to have imagination, but you can't paint out how it's going to happen. And that's what I was doing, painting out how it's going to happen instead of just knowing it's going to happen. And this pretty much what made me come up with this episode, because I feel like we all get mixed up on what faith versus expectations mean. And let's get into it, because we don't have to stress or worry when we have faith. But when we have expectations, we have stress and worry. You see where I'm going with this? You don't have to live like that. You don't have to be a me. Because I was definitely being a me, okay? Me is trying to be figuring out everything. And I'm constantly learning this lesson. Even in relationships. Even when it comes to jobs. Even when it comes to creating something. Or even when it comes to myself and how I should be. And I feel like I had these huge expectations of myself. And it didn't even happen yet in my life. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but it didn't even happen. I'm not accepting what is right now. Not being present enough. And I feel like that's why we have so much expectation, because we're not present enough. We can visualize. And we always hear about visualize your future, visualize your future. But don't think about it day in and day out and have this expectation for things to be a certain way. And when you visualize and then you let it go. You don't hold on to it. Oh, it should be like this, this, and this. And it doesn't turn out that way, and you're hurt and you're suffering and you're mad that it didn't work out the way you wanted to. Yeah. That's pretty much what my spirit guides were telling me. They was like, girl, please, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You're supposed to be having faith and patience within yourself in this journey. So, yeah, let's get into the definition, my definition, because I didn't do the original definition. But my definition of faith and expectation versus expectation. So, when we have expectations, a part of us believes that we are not worthy of what we want in life because we obsess over a version of our reality, the how. And when I say the how, we always try to figure out how it's going to happen and come up with this ideal situation on how it should go out, but also not having wiggle room to understand that it might not go that way, and find a happy medium with that instead of trying to figure out, oh my God, I didn't go this way, it didn't go that way. Okay. And finding that neutral background. Is it neutral background? I don't think that's what it's called. What is it called? Happy medium. Happy medium. And then when you have faith, knowing it's going to work out. Faith. When you have faith, you are not worried about the outcome and how it will play out, because you already know it's happening, whether you see it or not. And a lot of times we just want to see it. We want it to happen already. And we live in a society, we feel like it should already happen. We always see people end result in their life, and we never know what's going on in their life. And we don't never know if they just made it out of the blue, or they had to do tons and tons of work to get to where they needed to be, and having faith and trust that it would happen instead of obsessing over the outcome. And once you let go of the outcome, like not let go of the outcome, let go of the how it's going to happen, things will be so much easier for you, because you got to accept where you are right now. And that really made me cry and bawl my eyes out, because I wasn't being in the now. I wasn't being present moment. I was too busy trying to figure out what's the future. I was thinking too much of the future, or like, oh, I need to do this, oh, I need to do that, and putting unnecessary pressure on myself because I'm trying to meet my expectation that didn't happen yet. And when you have faith that you knowing it's happening, you don't have to worry if it's going to happen or not, because you know it's happening. And when you have faith, it releases the stress and worry that things is going to happen. So you don't have to. And that's why I feel like we need to lean more into faith. So I'm going to give you some tips that I did to help me align me back with my faith and not venture out and having all these expectations on ourselves when we don't need to. And yeah, just be in the flow and ease. When you have faith, you is in flow and ease. If you haven't listened to my previous episode, balance is key. And I feel like having faith within it will help you feel this weight off your shoulder instead of feeling like you have to have everything figured out right now. And you don't. When you listen to your heart, your spirit guides, the universe, God, source, you know they're watching out for your best good. You don't have to figure it out. When you have faith, it's a heart thing. When you have expectations, it's a mental thing. You overanalyze, you overthink, you cause yourself anxiety. You cause yourself to feel a certain way when you don't need it to happen like that. And having faith, you just like, either way, it's fine for me. I just know it's going to happen for me. And it takes practice to get to that point. I'm not going to say it's going to happen in a blink of an eye. Everything takes patience, babes. So don't expect it to just happen right off the blue. If it does, great. If it doesn't, also great. Take that time. Don't make it so stressful. Life can be stressful. We know life can be hard sometimes. But where you put your attention at, energy flows. We all know this. So let me get into the tips that I did to become me back into my faith and not have too much expectation on the outside world. You know what I'm saying? Having faith is an inside thing. Expectation is an outside thing. I don't know if that made sense. Let me know if that made sense. Oh, and also I want to add, like, when you have faith, we also say, when I believe it, I see it. When I believe it, I see it. When I believe it, I see it. And you just have to believe. I know we taught as adults to not believe, baby. We need to tap back into that believing everything that's for us. Of course, using discernment and trusting yourself, but believing in yourself. Believing it's going to happen and you will see it instead of expectation. I see it when I believe it. That's pretty much expectation. I see it when I believe it. No, babes. I believe it when I see it. Wait, is it the other way around? When I believe, I see it. Oh my God, hold up. Let me do that over. When it comes to expectations, is when I see it, I believe it. And when it comes to faith, when I believe it, I see it. So think of it like that. Expectations, trying to figure out how it all is going to work out. And having faith, it's just knowing it's going to work out. But these are the tips that I did to get back into my faith. And realizing not taking everything so freaking seriously. And I also want to add, the universe is going to give you what you need first before what you want. Because we always want things to happen right off the bat, but really we need to do certain things to get what we desire. And I just want you to think about that. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. What do you need to do in this present moment to help you get what you desire in the future. Understanding what do you need to do now to get what you desire in the future. Don't be over here trying to worry. Don't be over here trying to stress. What can you do now to get what you want in the future? Think about it. But let me get into tip number 1. Realize what you can control. We always want to control every freaking thing. And we don't have to, babes. The only thing we can control is ourselves. Now outside of us. How the outside world will work for us. Let me give you an example. Me doing YouTube, right? And I put out a video. I did my part. But that's the only thing I can control. I can't control how many people see it, how many people like it, how many people comment. You only do your part and see what happens. What energy you putting out to receive what your heart desires. So, realize what you can control. Like another example. When somebody's arguing and trying to start an argument with you, you can only control how you react. You cannot control what that person say, do, anything. We often be like, this person made me feel like this. This person made me feel like that. Really oftentimes, we allow them to make us feel like that. And I'm not saying your feelings ain't valid, but don't let your feelings control you and your actions behind your feelings. That gains so much power within yourself of who you are. So, realize what you can control. You can't control other people. You can't control anything outside of you, only yourself. So remember, you can only control yourself. Number 2, be in the moment. Accept what is, okay? Accept what already happened. Instead of trying to stress out, oh, this didn't happen. Okay. It's not the end of the world. You still living, you still breathing, right? You still get to see outside and step outside, right? You get to eat, you still get to drink water, right? You still get to breathe, right? Be in the moment. Enjoy life. Enjoy it to the fullest because you only got one. We also think about all these possible outcomes and overthinking because as adults or people who are paying bills, we always think about we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do that. But what's right in front of you right now? What are you seeing right now? What are you hearing right now? What are you tasting? What are you drinking right now? Take that moment to be with yourself. I challenge you to eat with nothing on, no TV, no nothing. Of course, light, of course, so you can see your food. But like, when you do that, you very much in the moment of being where you at. And not worrying about anything. And actually tasting every flavor, every sense, every seasoning that's in that food. And enjoying it and embracing it. Every time you eat and take that time with yourself, it helps you be more present and be in the moment. When you're with your friends, don't be on your phone. Take in the moment. Be in the conversation. Hear them. See them. Because when they talking to you, they want you to hear them. See them. Feel how they feel. Not feel how they feel, but understand where they're coming from. Ask questions. So they can feel like you do understand what they're coming from. Be in the moment. When you're on a walk, take out your music. Hear nature. Embrace what's around you. Be aware of how you're feeling in that moment inside as well. To help you understand, like, I don't want to feel like this for certain negative thoughts or things like that. And just feel like, I want to be here. It's okay to be now. It's okay to be in this moment. All that matters is now. So number 3, detach. I know it's gonna be so it's gonna be kind of difficult because detachment is kind of hard, but detach from the how it's going to happen for you. When you are detached, feel your emotions. Instead of trying to tear yourself, you are detached. Feel. The only way to really detach is to feel your emotions and let it go. Because a lot of times we're like, I don't care about this person. I don't care about that. But really, you just have to feel their emotion and then let it go. Because once we telling ourselves and don't even feel the emotion, don't even give us a chance to feel the emotion, to let it go, we not processing anything and it's holding it into our body for another occasion to come up. And then we get triggered again. And then our feelings hurt, we cry, and we actually take that time to let go. Sometimes we don't even do that then. We try to still push away, but like, nah, bro, I'm not going to give that person no time or anything. But really, this is time for you, not them. Main thing, undetaching, feel your emotions and let it go. Understanding your emotions and let it go. And finding a new way to cope. Instead of drugs, alcohol, gossiping. I won't say gossiping, but expressing hurtful and mean things to people. I say journal it out and burn it. But also, these are some questions you can ask yourself to help you detach and understand why you're so attached to this outcome. Do you believe that being attached to the how is bringing you value in the present moment? Do you believe being attached to the outcome is bringing you value in the present moment? If so, how? Do you believe it's not going to happen for you? If so, why? A lot of times we thinking about like the outcome all the time or how it's going to happen is going to value us in this present moment. When we constantly think about the outside of the future, we're not really being present on how we can move towards the future in the present moment. So just answer these questions and see what comes up for you. If you'd like to share, you can also leave it in the comments below. Number 4, stop comparing your journey to other people's journeys. I think I touched on it a little bit earlier in this episode, but ma'am, sir, you don't know what that person had to go to. If you are comparing to other people, you don't know what that person had to go to get to this point in their life. You only saw the peak of their career. You didn't see the end result. Well, you did see the end result. You didn't see all the crying, the hard work they had to put in, the sweat, the tears, everything. It takes time and patience. Everybody's journey is not going to be the same as yours. Your journey is uniquely to you and who you are, not what other people think you are. Once you understand that, you're not worrying about other people. You're only worrying about your own journey. When you focus in on yourself, everything you do, that's what you credit for yourself, is going to be magical. But if you're constantly looking at other people and seeking these external validation from, oh, this person doing this, why can I doing this? Why can't you can in your own way? It's not just gonna be the same. Like, you have to make opportunities for yourself to be able to become the person you desire to be. And you constantly comparing yourself and talking down yourself, it's not gonna happen because you don't think highly of yourself. Look out for the next episode. We're gonna talk about self-worth. We're gonna talk about, like, you don't have to worry, babes. You do not have to worry, babes. Cause no. Once you understand your own worth, you're not ready to compare yourself to other people and seek these external validation because you don't have to. You really don't. Comparison is the thief of joy. We all heard the saying. Stop letting comparing yourself to other people steal your joy, steal your happiness. Because you deserve happiness. You just have to believe that you deserve happiness. Me, I used to compare myself to all these other people as well, subconsciously and consciously. Sometimes I don't even realize I do it. I just be scrolling and then I come across somebody else that's doing a podcast and growing tremendously. But I don't know what they had to go to get to this point for their podcast. I just saw this beautiful video. They have a whole bunch of views and all these comments that people relate to them. But I don't know what they had to go through behind the scenes to even get to this point in their life. And once I understand it and understand every journey is different for everybody, your girl is not worried, babes. Because I know the universe, I know God, I know my guys got me. And once you have that still unwavering, unwavering faith in yourself, you're not worrying about what other people doing, babes. At all. At all. So, think about it. Ask this question to yourself. Are you looking at other people's pages / profile for inspiration? If not, why not? Why not? Why are you not seeing the positive things? Are you letting your negative thoughts consume you when you look at other people's stuff? Or are you like, oh my God, I really can do this too. I just have to find my own rhythm and flow. You got to find your own rhythm and flow. If you need help with that, you can check out my previous episode about balance. So, stop comparing yourself to other people. I think I'm on number 5. Number 5. Practice patience. Patience is a virtue. We all know the saying. Patience is a virtue. Let me give you an example. When it comes to patience, let's see if you, how do I want to put this? Because I'm trying to do this off the whim. So, when it comes to being patient, think of it like this. You are planting a seed. Let's say it's a flower. A rose, my favorite. And when you are planting a flower, a seed of a flower, what do you have to do? Water it, nurture it, give it sun, so it have time to grow. Have to be patient with it. Like anything else in life, you gotta be patient in traffic. Waiting till the light turn green. We wait till this person to get over. Like, patience is key. Understanding that everything don't have to be rushed. And understanding that you have that power to just be in this present moment and being patient with yourself. Because when we not being patient with ourselves, we have all these unrealistic expectations on ourselves. Being patient and understanding and giving ourselves grace in this time when we are creating something that we solely desire. Patience takes time. If you want your flower to last or your plant to last, you gotta give it time to get all the nutrients and build all the things that it needs to build, to even to grow. All the roots to grow stably and firm in a foundation. So be patient in yourself. Because once you rush in yourself, that's when you're not ready. The universe is not going to give it to you if you're trying to rush everything to come to you. And when you rush it, it's never going to be what you always desired it to be. It's going to be a knockoff version. It's going to be a knockoff version. Like when you rushing to get into a relationship, you got with this fuckboy because you want a relationship so bad. And it's not the person that even meets your values, babes. Just something to think about. You do not have to rush the process. Patience is a virtue. Great things come to people who wait. I'm using all these old sayings, but it's perfectly timing for this episode. And then I'm going to give you the last one. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude will help you be more present in this moment. I should have put this somewhere in here before, but this is not in no particular order. What I had got from what I had to learn to get me back in this present moment and keep me back in my faith, babes. Practice gratitude was very much on the top of my list. Practicing being grateful for what I have and what is already coming to me and is on its way to me. Just practicing it every day and just being grateful for where I'm at. Thank you, universe. Thank you for all I have. Thank you for always giving me what I desire. Being grateful will help things come to you easily and gratefully. And being genuinely grateful, not knockoff grateful. And trusting that it's all working out for you. When you are already saying you're grateful for what is on its way to you and what everything is already working out for you, you're not worrying about who is, what is not working out for you. Why are you trying to figure out how it's going to happen? We never know how it's going to happen. You really don't know how it's going to happen. It's just going to happen one day. We're just not going to know. And we're just going to be grateful for what the outcome brings us. Gratitude is like the top of the list. Once you're grateful for what you have, universe is going to continue to give you more things to be grateful for. So let me just go over all the steps. All the steps again. Again, this is not in no particular order. I just did this list just to get it out. And you can order it the way you want to in your life. So number 1, realize what you can control. Number 2, be in the moment. Number 3, detach from how it's going to happen. Number 4, stop comparing yourself to other people's journey. Number 5, practice patience. And number 6, practice gratitude. I really hope these tips help you. Let me know it does help you. And if you do answer some of the prompts, you can leave it in the comment below. And then you can like, rate, subscribe, or share it with somebody who might need to hear this. This will help push out my content and grow our beautiful community to like-minded individuals. And I just want to let you know I love you. And you're not alone. You got this. And until next time.